What's happening, folks? Back with another Savoy reaction, and we're actually going to do another video reaction. I want to give a shout out once again to Jeff for making me aware that the next single and music video for their upcoming album Under had become available, and there's a couple other people I've talked to in the Alha family since then who have mentioned it. So either way, I'm very excited. I absolutely enjoyed Life and Times of a Wannabe, and ultimately the way that the imagery interacted with the lyrics that I was able to catch, and I've since re-listened to the tune. It was really enjoyable to try to track that in real time, meaning I'm probably going to very much have fun with the music video reactions. And indeed, I'm trying to make sure that, I get to the album retrospective videos that I've been talking about. Originally, they were supposed to be up by the holidays. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but I'm close to doing the first one, which is going to be Depeche Mode, then it's going to be Duran Duran, and then it's going to be Aha. So they're in the not too distant future. At some point, though, I really am going to start doing a lot of music video reactions. When I do that, probably a lot of them are going to go over to Patreon first for a few days, and then I'll move them over to YouTube after that. Because again, I'm trying to find ways to make sure the folks on Patreon, the paid members, are getting some perks and some advance um, access to videos. So in any case, we are going to still do some videos that I'll just put straight here on YouTube. Which way am I? Okay, I'm leaning like too far, like off camera, not only because my bubble is a bit over, but also just because of where I'm sitting. In any case, we are back for the next single that has been released, which is Coming Down. And that typically is a phrase used for the period after a process has reached its full duration, maybe even its climax. The idea of whether it's exercise, whether it's some ecstatic activity, whether it's sexual activity, the idea is that there's typically a coming down period where whether it's psychologically, emotionally, maybe physiologically, you're returning to a more normal state. And there's specific aspects of experience and feeling that go along with that post experience, post process coming down phase. So I do wonder in what context the phrase might be relevant. Perhaps it'll be operating on multiple levels, but I very much look forward to hearing the Sonics because, again, I've been going through the Savoy material of the 90s, and so, jumping ahead a couple times as I have, I'm obviously getting a sneak peek at the way the group has developed and evolved over time. So, in any case, let's listen to it. This is from the upcoming album Under, a song by Savoy called Coming Down, and this is the official music video.
Birthday, and you go away to LA just for one day, a big wig meeting. Girl, you never cease to amaze.
Now, obviously, that paint, which has a really rich, vivid turquoise type color, the way it was running is the way that you might sometimes see blood run, either, in terms of the actual physical outcome of some kinetic encounter, but also aesthetically and a lot of artwork and creative visualizations. So hard not to notice that.
Cease to amaze. Brooklyn, no one's around. Soon dark, my steps make no sound. Trailblazer, storm chaser, another me yet to be found. I see all.
She did not seem to have pants on, I have to notice. But yeah, so like what I was gonna say in the half second I was gonna say it is now sort of negated by the appearance of her dancing jubilantly with a sparkling firecracker. So yeah, because it felt like it was a disorienting suggestion, the idea that she wasn't quite sure, where she was or what was written on the walls, and then suddenly it feels much more ecstatic and jubilant. So I'm still trying to work out the visuals of what we're seeing here.
Found. I see old rows of houses coming down as I walk through the Bahamas from downtown. Hotel, I picture you there, clothes thrown over a chair, skin blazers, toe spacers. You know.
I apologize. I wanted to let at least, a good part of that chorus run before I paused it, but I have so much I want to say here, which perhaps is revealing that when I start doing the more music video reactions, it's going to be hard to keep myself from digressing. But ultimately, I'm really intrigued by the imagery. Obviously, the relatively what's minimal intro, that the first minute or so, where again she's looking around. Admittedly, the way she was looking around, perhaps I got a slightly different read on it when I backed it up a bit, but it was still a very muted, like visually and kinetically intro, and then suddenly she's dancing around with sparklers, she's throwing paint like across different parts of the room. I do have to say it seems like a very brave type of acting performance, and that she's obviously not fully dressed, and she's sort of like standing very starkly and um, unabashedly in front of the camera, and that look that she had when it really sort of keyed in on her face and she looked directly into the camera, that was a really fantastic look. So I love the way that sequence played out, and then of course that led us into the explosive chorus, which we're going to go back and hear a nice full rendition of now.
Downtown, hotel, I picture you there, clothes thrown over a chair, skin blazers, toe spacers. You never really know what you'll find. Birth town, I picture me there. Snowfall, that crisp winter air. Isolation, desperation. I could never lower my guard. I see old signs and places coming down, and in no time it's
He did mention, what was it, desperation, and what was the other one? It was like confusion or something, but that was sort of the visual sentiment I picked up on in the first minute or so. Again, it sort of changed right as I was prepared to comment on it, but some of the lines here are making me wonder if it's a complicated or nuanced emotional palette to the track. Again, I may have misidentified what I thought was sort of the explosive chorus. Sometimes a tune, the sonics will flare for the chorus, but I feel like the progression of the tune here has made me a little less sure whether that was actually the chorus. But this entire passage, like since the part where again she looks straight into the camera, this whole like minute plus really has some fantastic like rich sonics.
I see old signs and places coming down, and in no time it's level to the ground. Oh yeah.
Really sweet song sonically. Lyrically, I'm still a bit unsure, or at least I heard a couple things which feel like they may be running, in a complicated way. And then visually, again, I have some ideas. I feel like on some level, coming down, there's a sexual component to it, not just because, again, she's in a state of slight undress, but also because of the fireworks and the sort of the liquid paint, flying and different colors interacting with each other. I feel like there could be some symbolism there that speaks to intimacy, and even the more overt aspects to it are perhaps a bit racy, but it's still, I think there's some symbolism there that is, emotional in nature and about, psychology and so on. And again, if we're talking desperation, even just in passing, I feel like it may not just be so simple as there's an experience, sexual or otherwise, that you then come down from, returning to a more normal state. I feel like there may be more at work here, but I did want to just go back to her final look there, which was a bit less severe, a bit less stark, and a bit more coy and playful. So I love that final look that she had. Well, there you have it. Cool music video, really cool tune. Yeah, apparently these are all the other things that YouTube wants me to watch. Nevertheless, I am very much looking forward to the album. Given that I've now been following Savoy for the last several months, and I have a much better experience with the Aha catalog. My hope is to get a physical copy of the Savoy album when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, it might be a while till we actually get to it, given that there's more material before we finish. And again, I think I listened to the last bonus track from the Mountains of Time era last time, so I think I'm on to the next proper album, which was it Reasons to Stay Indoors or something to that effect. I'm looking forward to that. Once again, shout out to Graham, to Sophia, to all the AHA family, indeed, including Jeff, who again had sent me an email about checking this out. So shout out to all you folks following the Savoy journey. Shout out to Paul and to Lauren and to Savoy. Shout out to all the AHA family who've been checking out the reactions, and the AHA related deep dives, but not, the AHA proper one. So big shout out to all of you. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.